Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today is our first look at Project A, now officially known as Valorant, a tactical FPS from Riot Games. It's a 5v5 character-based shooter, similar to CSGO, where each character, known as an agent, has their own special abilities, similar to Overwatch or Apex Legends. Valorant focuses on gunplay first, while character abilities are used tactically in a support role. You don't kill with your abilities. You use them to create opportunities to win. It's set to be released 2020 this summer. And today we're going to look at all 8 announced agents in depth with as much detail as we can, given the information that's been released thus far, and each of their 4 abilities. So in Valorant, agents have 4 unique abilities. 2 regular abilities that can be used prior to the start of each round. 1 signature ability that, while some have claimed needs to be bought, seems to be given to you for free each round, and is either on a cooldown after each use or can be recharged during the match by getting a certain number of kills depending on the agent. The 4th ability for each agent is their ultimate ability, which can be used after acquiring a certain number of charges. These charges are obtained by collecting orbs that are placed in the map during gameplay, and some have reported that they can also be obtained by getting a certain number of kills in-game, but we haven't been able to confirm that. So we'll start by watching the full trailer gameplay preview, and then take a detailed look at each agent and their abilities. We'll be doing a separate video on gameplay and mechanics, so please be sure to subscribe if you want to see an in-depth look at map, mechanics, and buying weapons and abilities. Let's take a look. Other side. Let's go.
Keep taking this seriously, even if they
Can I get a gun? Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna get the orbit A again. I'll have my ult.
Y'all notice? It's real quiet in here. Quiet, like a library out here.
Oh gosh.
Should we do it? Should we go? I think Kuzi gassed himself out.
Sometimes it happens, you know?
Outside garage. That garage, yeah.
Ewan, will you have to cover my body if I use it up here? Oh. Nice start.
embarrassing.
Drone. Nice kill in the door. Need help? Nah, I'm good.
That was really good. Close.
Alright.
Up sewer.
Sova in mid. Could I help? No. I'm gonna lean A here. You think they're coming?
Blocking sight.
No.
They got B, they got B. Res?
That's
Fine, it's fine.
long A.
Sewer, right? They got B. I can help you get out. Alright.
I'm out.
One mid. One still in grass. I'm just ulting your front of B.
Big frag,
I'm gonna
dude.
drone outside of A-Lon just to check.
Welcome
Wow,
to
big,
my
big, big,
world.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. I've got dags we can retake together.
Oh, get me out of here!
Okay, put the other one. I'm gonna go this way with dags.
Let me go first with my dart.
So,
There they are.
Guys walking in the corners.
See one of them?
Wow. Close left.
Impact.
Alright, let's do this. One in the smoke cloud.
One enemy left.
alright,
One
let's go. All together,
smoke
all together. Let's
He was right here.
Player standing.
Oh, not like this.
What? The raid boss.
Oh my, no, not like this!
Not like this!
Okay, okay. Get that bolt. Thank you.
So there it is. So let's take a look at the 8 different agents. This game is not set in the League of Legends universe. It is set in an entirely new world, Earth. It's a fresh IP. We're going to start with Phoenix, who was in that gameplay demo. Phoenix's star power shines through in his fighting style, igniting the battlefield with flash and flare. Whether he's got backup or not, he's rushing into fight on his own terms. His 2 regular abilities, Hot Hands. Throw a fireball that explodes after a delay or upon impact with the ground. The fire zone damages enemies and heals you. Blaze. Cast out a flame wall that blocks vision and damages anyone passing through it. I'm assuming that means friendlies as well. You can bend the wall when casting by turning while holding left click, so you can control the bend of the wall. Signature ability. This is the one that I'm fairly certain is given to you for free at the start of each round and can then be either recharged by getting kills in games or is recharged on a cooldown depending on the legend. His signature ability is Curveball. Cast a curving flame that bursts into a brilliant light after a brief delay, temporarily blinding all looking at it. I'm assuming this means friendlies, teammates. Left click curves it left, right click curves it right. This is a theme you're going to see repeated for a lot of these agents is they have the ability to shape or change the direction of their abilities on the fly. Ultimate ability, run it back. Mark your current location on the map. If you die during this ability's duration or when this ability's duration expires, you'll be reborn at the marked location with full health. Okay, we have some artwork. Here he is. Some concept art. This is using one of his abilities. And there doesn't appear to be any footage of him using his abilities in the gameplay preview. However, here is a short snippet of him collecting one of the orbs that charges up his ultimate. Boom. We're saving Jett for last. Up next, Viper. Viper deploys an array of poisonous chemical devices to control the battlefield and cripple the enemy's vision. If the toxins don't kill her prey, her mind games surely will. For 2 regular abilities, the first one, Snake Bite. Fire a projectile that explodes into a pool of damaging acid. Number 2, Poison Cloud. Throw a gas emitter that you can reactivate to create a poisonous smoke cloud at the cost of fuel. The emitter can be picked up and thrown again after a short cooldown. So the economy for the agents can be a little different depending on who you pick. Her signature ability, Toxic Screen. Deploy a long line of gas emitters that you can reactivate to create a tall wall of toxic gas at the cost of fuel. Her ultimate, Viper's Pit. Emit a massive toxic cloud in a large area that lasts as long as Viper stays inside the cloud. Enemies inside the cloud are highlighted to Viper. Okay, so some of her abilities have this fuel mechanic. Here we have some artwork of Viper. And again. And we have some clips of her abilities. You can see Toxic Screen coming down right here.
That's that garage. That garage, yeah.
Here's another clip of Toxic Screen from the early development footage that was released a few months back.
This is our take on a competitive shooter.
Right here. So I'm assuming if it's friendly, it appears green. And if it's an enemy's, it appears green and red. This is a clip of Viper using her Poison Cloud ability.
Each with their own unique abilities. This is our take on a competitive shooter.
There you can see it. And finally for Viper, we have Viper's Pit.
Yeah, see, I've got dags we can retake together.
Oh, get me out of here!
Up next, we have Sova, heavily featured in the gameplay footage we saw. Sova tracks, finds, and eliminates enemies with ruthless efficiency and precision. His custom bow and incredible scouting abilities ensure that even if you run, you cannot hide. His 4 abilities are, starting with the 2 regular abilities. They need to be purchased during the buy round at the start of the game. Shock Bolt. Fire an explosive bolt that emits a damaging pulse of static energy upon impact. Owl Drone. Deploy a pilotable drone that can fire a dart that will reveal enemies who are hit. His signature ability, Recon Bolt. Fire a bolt that deploys a sonar emitter. The sonar pings, tag nearby enemies, causing them to be revealed. Can be destroyed. His ultimate is Hunter's Fury. Fire up to 3 deadly energy blasts at spear across the entire map. Each hit enemy takes heavy damage and is marked. We have some artwork of Sova. Here we have a clip of Sova's recon bolt in action,
Healing.
fired from back
To
there,
cover my body if I use it up here.
revealing the enemies. Here we have another clip of Sova using their recon bolt in that same match.
There they are.
Smoke in the corner.
So that's Sova actually firing the dart. This third clip is Sova firing the shock bolt. And finally, we have a look at Sova's owl drone.
I'm gonna drone outside of Elon just to check.
Okay, so far, it seems like if you want to try to make comparisons with, let's say, Apex Legends, Viper may be desirable for caustic mains, and Sova might be liked by crypto mains. Phoenix, I don't know, run it back is maybe, you could equate it to Revenant's ultimate. Moving on, up next we have Cypher. Cypher is a one-man surveillance network who keeps tabs on the enemy's every move. No secret is safe. No maneuver goes unseen. Cypher is always watching. He has a free ability called Trapwire. Place a stealth tripwire between two walls. I mean, come on. Be consistent here. Triggering enemies are restrained and revealed for a short time. If the trap is not destroyed, it activates to daze. The trapped victim can be picked up. Watson fences. Cyber cage. Toss out a remote activation trap. Reactivate to create a cage that slows enemies who pass through it. Look at a trap and press use to detonate it, or hold activate to detonate all. So I guess you can throw out some traps and activate them one by one, or just boom, all at the same time. His signature ability is called Spy Cam. Place a remote camera. After placing, reactivate to view the video feed. Left click while in camera to fire a tracking dart. Recharges when picked up or killed. His ultimate is called Neural Theft. Extract information from the corpse of an enemy, revealing the location of their living allies. Okay, as far as I'm aware, there's no footage of Cypher in that gameplay preview, but there is some artwork. He's kind of a sneaky guy. A spy. Up next, we have Brimstone. Brimstone's orbital arsenal ensures his squad always has the advantage. His ability to deliver utility precisely and safely make him the unmatched boots on the ground commander. His two regular abilities: Incendiary. Launch an incendiary grenade that deploys a damaging field of fire. Stim beacon. Target a nearby location to call in a stim beacon, giving all players near it rapid fire. His signature ability: Sky Smoke. Use your map to call in orbital deployment smoke screens that obscure vision. Click to set the locations and confirm to launch. His ultimate ability is called Orbital Strike. Use your map to target a location, launching a devastating orbital strike that pulses for high damage over several seconds. Okay, here is a screenshot of Brimstone. This is him using his map. This is a screenshot that was released as part of the announcement. So this is his, I think this is him here, calling in his ultimate orbital strike. And there's one clip of him from the gameplay preview using his stim beacon.
Alright, let's do this.
Up next, we have Sage. Here she is. Sage creates safety for herself and her team wherever she goes. Able to revive fallen friends and stave off forceful assaults, she provides a calm center to a hellish battlefield. Her two regular abilities are Slow Orb. Cast out a radiant orb. Cast out an orb that breaks into a slowing field upon impact with the ground. All caught in the field are slowed, grounded, and make noise when moving. Barrier Orb. Conjure a large, solid wall. Right-click to rotate the wall before casting, so she can orient it. Her signature ability, Healing Orb. Heal an ally or yourself to full health over a few seconds. Her ultimate ability, Resurrection. Target a friendly corpse. After a short delay, revive them with full health. Okay, we have a couple pieces of Sage. This is the same image that's in the... It's redundant. Another one, same pose. I think this is the character select screen. You can see all 8 agents, and this little guy, who we'll get to. We have a couple clips of Sage. The first two are going to be of her barrier orb ability, and the last one is going to be of her resurrection ultimate. So this is the barrier that she makes. It can be damaged and broken. Here's another clip of her actually laying down the wall herself.
Points gameplay of tack shooters. But we
Using
want to
the orb.
evolve the space. We want to
There's
tack
the
shooter
wall.
with more creativity.
And then in the same clip, she uses resurrection on, I believe this is Cypher here.
Evolve the space. We want a tack shooter with more creativity, more expression.
Up next, we have Omen. Omen hunts in the shadows. He renders enemies blind, teleports across the field, then lets paranoia take hold. His foes scramble to uncover where he might strike next. Paranoia. Send out an ethereal shadow in a straight line, nearsighting anyone it touches. That's his first regular ability. Shadow Walk. After a long delay, dematerialize and teleport a short distance. That's his second regular ability. His signature ability, Dark Cover. Cast out a stealth ethereal orb that bursts into an obscuring sphere of shadow at its final location, can be charged to increase distance. His ultimate ability, From the Shadows, select anywhere on the map to teleport and reform. When arriving, appear as a shade that will go back to your original location if killed. Once the teleport is complete, become incorporeal for a short time. Okay, so maybe also similar to Revenant in a way. Unfortunately, there aren't any images of him that I've been able to find, and he doesn't appear to be in the gameplay footage. This is him here. He's the locked guy. Last but not least, save the best for last. I think I'm going to like probably Omen, and I think I'm going to like this next one the most. I like heroes, legends, agents who have mobility abilities. That was good. And Jett's got that in spades. Jett's agile and evasive fighting style. Agile fighting style lets her take risks no one else can. She runs circles around every skirmish, cutting up enemies before they even know what hit them. For two regular abilities, Cloudburst. Throw out a cloud of fog that obscures vision on impact. Hold down the ability button to bend the cloud's in-fight trajectory. Updraft. After a brief upwind, propel yourself upwards. For ultimate ability, Blade Storm. Arm yourself with several deadly throwing knives that deal moderate damage and kill on headshots. Scoring a kill restores all daggers. Left click throws a single dagger. Right click throws all remaining daggers in a short-ranged burst. It's like getting a kill with a gunslinger in Pathfinder and getting all your grip back. So we were able to dig up a lot for Jett. Here's some artwork. I think she's going to be fun to play. Some more. We get to see 3 of her abilities in the gameplay footage. The first one is Cloudburst.
You think they're coming?
Blocking sight.
So you can see she curved it there. This is the second one, and it is Updraft.
Oh, gosh.
See how high she can jump? And this third one is of her doing what I think Riot really intends players to do in this game, which is use their abilities to create opportunities and make big plays. She uses Cloudburst, Updraft, and Blade Storm for an amazing play.
And Project
Cloudburst.
abilities create amazing tactical
Updraft.
opportunities for your gunplay to shine.
Blade Storm. So that's going to be it for us today. Like I said, we're going to have more videos on the map, the gunplay, some of the finer intricacies of the mechanics. If you like the video, please make sure to like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And finally, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, twitch.tv/IamRiles. Times are updated on my Streamlabs panel. I'll see you there.